Hi, welcome back to Inside Boxing's Throwdown. I'm Aurelio Martinez, my co-host Steven Johnson, and today I'm gonna tell you what we got plenty to talk about. In this segment, we're gonna talk about everyone's favorite fighter, Adrien Broner, and we'll talk a little bit about his approach to boxing. Is it a gimmick? Is it real? Just what it is. So I don't know, Steve. There's a lot to talk about. So why don't we just go ahead and get started? Adrien Broner, okay. We know he just came off that bout a couple of weeks ago where he lost and he didn't look good. It was a hugging match and all that good stuff. And still at the end of that bout, in his post interview he says, hey, it's all right. At the end of the day, everybody here wants to take my picture and wants my autograph. Tell us.
You referring to the bout with Shawn Porter?
Yeah.
Well, that was typical, actually. Now, Adrien Broner. I mean, he's pretty much let it be known with all the partying that he does before the fights and after the fights that boxing is really not a priority to him. Radio. His priority is to have a good time and milk it for as much as he can. It's really sad because actually Adrien Broner is very talented. He's a good boxer. He has good chin. He showed that. He's just really just not dedicated. Not dedicated, not interested. It looks to me like Floyd Mayweather might just about had enough of Adrien Broner. This last fight with these antics he had with Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter did as much as he could do. Adrien Broner was content to try to be Floyd Mayweather Jr.-esque and just be playing defense and not doing much offensively, and he saw how that worked out for him.
I'm not sure if you can call it defense.
Well, like I said, he was content to, like Shawn Porter never hit me, never hurt me, look, I'm unmarked, that type of thing.
Well, the sad thing, I agree with you. The sad thing is that Adrien does have a lot of talent. He just, for some reason, I don't know if he just does not take the boxing seriously, if he just feels that it's something that he can go through the motions and make a lot of money. My next question was to you, you touched off on that, is how long is it going to take before his financial backing dumps him? I mean, when's the TV, the networks, the Showtimes, the HBOs, the ESPNs, one of these networks is going to say, hey, we don't need him, we don't want him. And when's the money, like the support from Floyd Mayweather and other celebrities, going to just say, hey, enough is enough? I mean, obviously you touched on maybe when Mayweather is, but I'm kind of thinking that they have to be getting pretty much fed up with the whole ordeal. I mean, he stunk to show up. I mean, he really did. He stunk to show up, and there was no reason for it, because if you remember, go back and look at that last and final round, when he decided to let his hands go and take command, he put Porter down, and he looked real good.
Well, that was the 11th round, not the last round. In the 11th, but like you said, at the end of the fight.
Yeah, so at the end of the fight. So why not start at the beginning and finish this round? Obviously, my opinion is he's much more talented than Shawn Porter anyhow. Mm-hmm. So why not go in there and do what you have to do, and then get into your comical reactions and comments and all that good stuff. I mean, he tries to do things and they just don't come out the way I think he's thinking. Like when he made the comments about the Mexicans. Mm-hmm. I just, whatever he said, I just beat the heck out of a Mexican. And I think they just don't come out the way he plays them out in his mind.
Well, he thinks he's cute. He thinks he's cute, and he falls under that umbrella of these other people, media types that think it's cute, and they applaud him and say, oh, he's a clown, he's a fool. Well, that's exactly what it is. He's a buffoon, and when you have talent like that, radio, and you waste it, it's a shame, because there are plenty of other people that are dedicated. Someone like a Shawn Porter, who's not as talented as Adrien Broner,
but has the heart.
But has the heart and puts in the work that's necessary. Like I said, it's a shame, and for the people that continue to support him and think that he's good for boxing, shame on them. It's sad.
Well, talking about Shawn Porter, if I'm Shawn Porter, The only way I give him a rematch if it's big money to Shawn. You know,
Yeah.
Shawn's gonna make. Because I wouldn't take a rematch just to say, okay, I'm going to prove it wasn't a fluke or something.
Right.
He ain't got nothing to prove. He beat him. He beat him decisively and soundly. So unless there's a lot of money and he takes the lion's share of the purse, I wouldn't even worry about it because there's other boxing matches out there that he can take to make some money. You know, true, they're going to be tough fights, but it's all about the money.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And like you said, there's no question. I think Kenny Porter, Shawn's dad, he's not gonna he won't take anything less than what he feels is an astronomical number to fight him. You know, the rumor first was that they were gonna fight, that they had already agreed to a rematch in September, again on the Premier Boxing
they always say
channel,
that.
but that's been shot down. Been shot down.
The business side of it, the fighter can say what he wants to say.
No, it wasn't the fighter. This was
the promoter.
Premier came out right off the bat and
Okay.
said this is going to, but that's been refuted. So I doubt if that'll happen. For Shawn Porter, he's got bigger fish to fry. He's looking at now Kell Brook, Keith Thurman. You know.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he's got a shot at them, and even Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, big money fights.
But the fact that he's still got ties, with Top Rank would probably rule him out of that with Floyd. But at the same time, like you said. Shawn Porter, major kudos to him. He came in prepared. He got knocked down in the 11th round. Got up, finished it off. Well, like you said, the flashes that Broner shows, and Aurelio, he shows these in every fight.
Yeah, he does.
Even with Maidana, those last few rounds when he fought with Maidana was in a little bit of trouble because he got tired, and trying to deal with Broner because, hey man, physically he's a little beast, and like you said, if he would just put everything into it, he could be awesome. He could really be awesome. But hey, I'm done with him.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. A couple of things in our last 3 minutes of the segment.
Okay.
A couple of things. The Adrien Broner. One. What does Adrien Broner have to do to resurrect his boxing career in the public eye? Anything? What do you feel?
I don't think there's anything he can do. I think what you see is what you get with him. He's really convinced that that his talent, that people, as he said, as you mentioned earlier, people are going to still want to take pictures and have him sign autographs for him, and he thinks that's his niche with boxing. He's finding out the hard way that it's not.
And another thing that you kind of touched on a little bit, and I'll give you my view on that about you said he's got a chin because the Maidana showed that Marcos Maidana he did show that in that bout, but this holding and hugging that he did with Porter, I don't think that was a plan. I don't think that was a plan. When Porter came in aggressively, which Kenny had the perfect perfect plan.
Yes.
He came in aggressively. Then Maidana shots came right back into his head. And he may have a chin, but I'll tell you what, once you get hit like that the first time in a bout, it stays in your mind. So forever that will be implanted in his mind. And whenever someone gets aggressive with Adrien Broner, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get the holding because he's not going to sit there and want to get hit. And because of that, he's not going to retaliate and he's not going to throw punches. So there you go. I agree with you. I think we've seen the demise of Adrien Broner, and I really think that slowly but surely he's going to disappear because I'm not sure anyone's going to pick him up.
I agree.
And highlight him anymore.
I agree. Like you said, and being very specific, the comments after the fights, after the fight with Shawn Porter, what does he say? He makes the comment. The guy asks him, are you still going to take him out to dinner? Yeah, I'll take his girl out to dinner.
And his girl.
It's just comments like that.
Slap in the face.
Yeah. And it was cute for a while, but it's no longer cute.
It's no longer cute and it's no longer funny.
That's
right.
right.
I'll tell you one thing he can do to resurrect that and get back into the highlight where people will come back and see his fights. He can make that trip across the pond and fight Kell Brooks.
Or Amir Khan.
Either one. But he can go across the pond and show that he's got the cojones
Yeah.
to do something like. But you know, you and I both know
Either one of those two
That-
beat his
that's not
ass.
gonna happen.
Yeah, either one of those two beat his ass, and then he's done for sure. So let's hope that he does take either one of those two calls him
he's
out.
gonna have to.
and
He's
we
gonna
can
have
be
to
done
take
with
that
it.
chance. He's
Yeah.
gonna have to take that chance. So I mean, obviously, if he doesn't do something drastic like that, I think he's gonna fail. So
He's done.
So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the end of this segment, and we'll be back. We'll be back with another segment where we'll talk. We got plenty of stuff to talk about. It's been a very, very good time in boxing. So come back with us. And in the meantime, till we get back on the next segment, keep them hands up.
Keep him up.